Jesus, Grant. You survived.
This grief-stricken cop cried in the middle of a crime scene. All the officers were trying to calm him down, but Grant Morrison was unresponsive to the comments of his fellow officers. Tears were streaming down his face as they hugged him and gave him support after what had happened.
I thought he was going to pull a gun. Maybe he was. Maybe he was. Jesus, Grant. You survived.
What he had lived through was traumatic, and he recorded it all with the camera that he had on in his own car. Despite the fact that it is something that they are confronted with many times, this time the officer could not stand it and broke down.
Hands up! All four of you, hands up! What were you doing? Why are you moving your hands around so much? You're making me nervous, man. Who are you? Richard? All of you put your hands up right now on top of the seats. Dispatch 374, I got Richard Ramirez here. Can everybody step it up? Hands up! Hands on the Get your hands up, I'm gonna shoot you. I will shoot you. Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! I will shoot you again! Hands up! Hands up! You fucking move, I'm gonna shoot you! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground! Dispatch 374, shots fucking fired! You didn't do nothing! Get down! Get down! Out of the car, get down! Out of the car, get down now! All of us? Richard, get out of the car and get on the ground now!
Richard Ramirez was a fugitive from justice who had the misfortune of being recognized by this policeman, and it was because of the danger he posed that Officer Morrison shot him. However, what started out as a simple roadblock ended up turning into a crime scene that he couldn't stand.
Hey, Mike. Hey. Stand up. You good. You got it. Hey, are you hurt? Okay, sit up. Sit up. Come on, man. Sit up. Sit up, man. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. I got him back here. He's going over there. Right here. I got you. I got you. Come here. I got you. Take all the other. I got you.
The image was completely desolate. None of his companions could lift him from the terrible grief he felt after the incident with Ramirez. He was facing such a stressful situation that his body's logical reaction was to burst into tears. His life could be in danger, and that's why he made that fatal decision.
I thought he was going to pull a gun. Maybe he was. Maybe he was. Jesus, Grant. You survived. Got you.
Richard Ramirez ended up up in his car from the 3 shots fired by the police officer, and more details emerged soon at trial.
Do you have any idea what Richard was scared about? Going to jail, maybe?
The same court would come to grant Morrison the chance to talk about everything he thought at that tense moment. He had to explain why he shot him, and also talk about his reaction after the fatal incident.
I wanted to go home to my family, and I wanted to see my son grow up.
However, even though the officer did not receive any kind of punishment, the court did determine the city should give Richard Ramirez's family a large sum of money as reparations for his
The family of a man, a Billings police officer in 2014, will receive a $550,000 settlement from the city. The family of Richard Ramirez will receive that settlement. Attorneys representing the city say the money will be paid through the city's insurance pool. Ramirez was shot and killed in April 2014 by Billings police officer Grant Morrison following a traffic stop. The city maintains that Morrison acted reasonably, but agreed to settle to avoid the costs of a jury trial.
What is certain is that Richard Ramirez's death was hard not only for his family, but also for the same police officer who fired the shots at him. The adrenaline, the fear that they could possibly pull out a gun and shoot him and never be able to see his family again eventually ended up getting the best of him in a situation like that. And that's what Grant Morrison felt when everything calmed down. In his head, he knew that he had acted right, but also felt the relief of the world come crashing down on top of him. And all he could do was burst into an incessant cry.
I thought he was going to pull a gun. Maybe he was. Maybe he was. Jesus Christ. You survived. Got you.